One, HubSpot is just a tool. It's like many other tools on the planet. The core thing that you need to do is solve the business need. They are choosing HubSpot. We're not choosing HubSpot for them. We need to solve the problems that they show up with using the tool that they have selected. Now, that comes with some distinct drawbacks when you need to communicate with external systems where there isn't existing integrations. We went through a teething period of using well-known small-scale systems on the market, things like Zapier and Make.com, because that's what the clients already had and they were kind of insistent on using those. The experience was not great on the implementation side. So our team had real difficulties in implementing complex logic in systems that were not really meant to do that sort of work at scale. We ended up moving away from Zapier and Make for pretty much everything, and ended up in a situation where the client would show up with an iPaaS. So they'd show up with MuleSoft or webmethods.io, or there's a bunch of other ones in the market. And we would attempt to build in the tool that they selected, which comes with significant drawbacks. You need to upskill your team on the tool that they have. You do not necessarily have it in the project timeline or budget in order to build someone up to be an absolute expert in that system. Clients rarely have anyone that is really capable of supporting or managing the systems that they've already implemented, especially if it's a really technical system. So you run into just continual issues in trying to get complex things solved. The whole point of what we do is to actually solve the problem, and we want to do it as rapidly as possible, which means standardizing tools. It means bringing our own tool to the market that our team know best. They are intimately familiar with the capabilities. If we find functionality or features that are missing that we require and that we're going to use frequently, we can implement it in such a way that we can reuse it. Really speeds up the implementation process. It allows us to build expert knowledge on a single tool. And if someone says, can you do this? We can definitively answer yes or no. And if someone says, how long will this take? Well, you're working with a team of experts. We can reasonably definitively, provided that it's well specified, so we know exactly what you're asking for, say with reasonable sort of accuracy how long it'll take and what complexities we're going to run into. That's really, really difficult when you're working with closed source systems that you do not have the ability to extend them or really change them over time, where you are not in the driver's seat in terms of managing them or making decisions on how they operate, and where you do not have a team of experts on hand that understand the platform and have worked with it extensively. And it's not feasible to have someone on staff for every single iPaaS on the planet just because a client might have it, or to even source that talent when the client shows up with that solution. It's not a feasible way of doing business. It's a bad experience for everyone involved.